You'll see there's coordination now between the MMDA, the Coast Guard and the police. This is actually the real operation for today. What you saw earlier was just the MMDA waiting for the local operation to start, and they didn't want to sit around doing nothing, so they ticketed any violations that they saw. So you'll see all of these properties here on the sidewalk are being brought down. It looks like mostly it's by the owners themselves, so that's good. It saves the MMDA some effort. And I think MMDA went here before actually, but it was decided to leave it down to the city, leave it down to the barangay, and now it's all being cleared. I have to say it's much better seeing the owners of the properties demolishing them instead of leaving all the work to the MMDA or the city. But the more people that are doing it, the better, of course, because it gets done faster. And they're also dismantling the electrics, which is potentially quite dangerous. I don't know where they got their supply from. If you see these guys in the yellow hard hats, they're from MMO, Office of the Mayor, and they have some heavy equipment with them, and they have manual tools like sledgehammers, so they'll now be getting involved. And you'll see there's a lot more of them further down the road. I don't know how many. I'll see if I can get some numbers later, but for now let's just take a look around. They should get it done pretty quick because there's certainly a lot of them. From what I remember, most of these were stores that are selling food, selling all kinds of things, so not people's houses but businesses. And of course you shouldn't have businesses on the sidewalk. They refer to it as illegal structures, and that's why they're being demolished. And if you see this group here, they're actually from MMDA, the MPCG. There's not too many of them here, but there's a few, and every little helps. And look, there's even water pipes in here. One of the problems with covering these kind of events or operations is that dust gets inside my camera, and this Canon camera doesn't allow you to clean under the lens. So dust gets in and you can't get it out. You'll see there's a small stream here which is also covered in garbage. Again, why can't the barangay take care of this? Shouldn't be that difficult to clean this up, and then install some fencing along here to stop people from throwing their garbage in there, just like they do in Quezon City. This one even has a sink. And you'll see they're loading sacks onto the truck now to take away the rubble. You might ask, couldn't they bring in an excavator or something like that and get this job done very fast? Yes, they could, but then you might be taking away around 200 jobs. So that's just how it is. It's an employment opportunity, and if the government have money to spend and it's not 100% urgent, then they can have these men do the work. Many of the residents are actually rescuing materials. The only danger is that they might attempt to rebuild once the clearing teams leave. That's why the barangay really have to maintain it once the clearing teams leave. While most of these are stores, I suspect that some of them were houses, because if you go inside this one, for example, over here you'll see a bed, and over here you'll see what used to be the toilet. And yeah, my guess is that someone was living here. Hopefully they have an alternative place to go. So over here you'll see some guys from the city, and inside their van here they have a jackhammer, a Makita jackhammer, standing by in case they need it, and a generator to run it. But most of the construction here is very weak. Like, you could just kick it and it just turns to powder. So I'm not sure if they'll need it, but they have it just in case. This one over here looks a bit like a Christmas present, but I suspect it was maybe a toilet. Let's see once he rips it down how it looks inside. So it turns out it's not a CR, it's a collection area for garbage or recyclables. They're all liquor bottles, Red Horse, things like that, glass bottles for recycling. And look at this, it's a TomTom. I've never seen this before, but it looks just like the Google camera for the street view. Oh. One more hit and it should come down. Oh, there's a solar panel on top also, interesting. And they also have a settle-in just in case they need to use a torch, maybe cutting through rebar or something like that. But again, it looks like they're not going to need it. We've been here maybe an hour and a half, and you can see that a lot of work has already been done. Pretty much all of the structures have come down, a couple left, and really it's just going to be the cleanup, getting rid of all this wood, getting rid of all the rubble. see it's really just like powder, very low quality hollow blocks. And you'll see one of the MMDA SCOG teams just arrived, sidewalk clearing. They were actually in a different area, but they finished there and now they're joining this operation. What I've shown you so far has just been one side, but the same thing is actually happening on the other side. They'll use this wooden scaffold to climb up onto the roof, and they'll start by removing the roof up there, and then they'll remove the structure below it. There was a little bit of resistance because these specific people weren't expecting that they would be affected today for some reason, but everybody's affected. If they're obstructing what should be the sidewalk, then it's for clearing. Change of plan. They're not happy with how secure that wooden scaffolding is, so they swapped to metal. You see this one has a line painted on it to indicate where the sidewalk should be. So what they're doing is cutting back the roof just to that point, and then they'll smash down this, but they'll leave the rest of the building because they consider that okay, just the area there should be sidewalk. You'll see they've nearly finished with this one, just a little bit more wood to remove. I just heard the lady over there asking this gentleman to collect wood so that they can rebuild this later. That's going to be a big problem if the barangay let everyone just rebuild what was taken down today. I won't stay here the whole day because I still have things to do, videos to edit, and a lot of things to get done. But hopefully you enjoyed this video and you've been well informed about what's happening and why. I hope that people won't just rebuild here, but I suspect that might happen unless the barangay can actually do their job. But yeah, let's see. So thanks for watching.